Hey folks, so I wanted to offer a breath practice that might support building further intimacy with your cycle of breath, with breath that moves in and out and the spaces between. So it's a subtle breath inquiry. It's an invitation to slow down, noticing and tracking your breath. And there's always choice involved. So at any point, you can take a break. This can be a great practice for someone who is maybe building familiarity with breath holding practices. This can be a great starting place to build relationship with one's breath, to notice what happens as we begin to hold our breath in the spaces at the end of an exhale or the space at the end of an inhale. So that familiarity can support building some safety in the breath holding patterns, which sometimes for some folks, if relationship with breath is a little more distant or remote, holding one's breath can be activating or unsettling for folks. So the invitation, it's about a 5-minute practice, if that. So the invitation is to find supportive seat for yourself. Your eyes, they could be open or they could be closed. And you might take a moment to come into relationship or to notice your natural rhythm of breath in this moment. So there's no right or wrong way to be breathing. You might be breathing in and out of your nose. You might be breathing in and out of your mouth. And if it's available, perhaps beginning to bring your attention or your awareness to your breath traveling into your body. Bringing attention to your inhale. And as you bring attention to your inhaling breath, you might notice there's a quality to your breath. You might notice that the air feels cool traveling into your nose or into your mouth. Maybe the air feels dry. And you could continue to have your attention here. Or when you're ready, you might be interested in shifting your attention to your exhale, your attention to your breath traveling out of your body. And the quality of your breath traveling out of your body might feel different from your breath traveling into your body. The quality might have more warmth to it, or maybe a dampness. You might notice these qualities, you might not today. If you're interested, perhaps starting to bring your attention to the place where your inhale ends and your exhale begins, to that transition point between the air coming into your body and the air traveling out of your body. There might be a longer moment between that in that transition point, maybe a pause, and it might happen quickly. There's not a right or a wrong. It's an invitation to bring curiosity to this place of transition in your cycle of breath. And this is a place where breath holding might take place. When you're ready, a next invitation is to consider bringing your attention to your breath traveling out of your body at the end of your exhale. Attention to the end of your exhale and the beginning of your inhale. A second point of transition in your cycle of breath. And the quality or your experience at this point of transition might be different from your quality or experience at your other transition point. An opportunity to notice what your experience is. Breathing like you. When you're ready, you might bring awareness to your full cycle of breath. That experience of air traveling in your body and shifting to traveling out of your body. And then as you're ready, you might be interested in taking a lengthened inhale and lengthen exhale in your time. Maybe beginning to bring some movement into your body that might involve reaching your arms up to the ceiling or stretching or rolling your shoulders. Maybe if your eyes were closed, starting to allow light to enter your eyes. Maybe starting to look around your space. So this could be a practice that you continue to explore in your own time, or you might return to this video. It can be a valuable practice to support people to begin fostering a relationship with their breath if they're starting to engage in breath practices or breath inquiry, where there might be breath holding like box breathing or different breath practices support the vagus nerve. Thank you for being here and joining, and look forward to being with you again in another video.